Illuminaughtii is somehow even more terrible of a human being. Recently, one of Illuminauttii's employees and former friend came out recently with a response video against Illuminaughtii. Here's the clip.
Blair's video, she mentions how she bore the brunt of a lot of the behind-the-scenes works to Sad Milk due to nobody stepping up to the plate to support her. As I have seen other milkmen and their bank statements, I'd like to focus on her allegations directed towards me in regards to delayed payments.
And I also got stuck footing the bill too. What quickly transpired was that members either couldn't or wouldn't reimburse me for the editors.
I'd like to state that this quote is both chronologically and directly false, and it paints me as a rather greedy and avoidant person, which is not who I am. In my span of Sad Milk, I edited roughly 3 to 5 Sad Milk videos. Sad Milk was a channel that lasted almost over a year. I was not an active editor, so to say I paid editors via my own edits is inaccurate. I was living paycheck to paycheck in my first apartment. I was barely 19 and food was pretty much an every other day kind of deal. And yet I always paid my share. I put Sad Milk above my own health because I truly believed in the project.
If I ever hear anything in the comments about Illuminaughtii still being the victim, well, I'm sorry to say this, but you really can't be saved. Illuminaughtii is a disgusting person, and she finally got exposed for all the shit she has done, and if you guys still support her even after all of this shit that came out, then you should really be sent to the slammer alongside with her.
Was then offered, hey, if you want to edit a video, we'd be happy to pay you. I was such a new creator and I was so new to contract work itself that I personally thought $20 was fair pay for my work after my initial payment that I asked for was Burger King because I just wanted dinner. Obviously, I was compensated more than that for that video. After about 3 months in, Sad Milk became profitable though. So while yes, Blair did pay for edits, she was always reimbursed for this. As you can see stated on the screen, you will find bank statements I made directly to Sad Milk during its infancy.
Paying a guy $20 for an edit, even though your channel is raking in thousands of dollars a month, and still asking him to give back the money for the edit. This is the most scummiest shit ever. Imagine a big successful YouTuber being unsatisfied with the work that the editor did, who she underpaid by the way, and asking back the $20 that you know that she can easily shrug off.
He would often tell both Oz Media and myself how living in Austin, Texas was a nightmare for him. He would often complain about his roommates being terrible people, his friends being mostly terrible people and unmotivated to do well in life, and how his car was always breaking down and how his channel was not going in the direction he wanted.
So I'd like to clarify here. Yes, I didn't like living where I lived. I live, as Blair stated, in Austin, Texas. As for my roommates, I only had one roommate, and he's one of my best friends who I would do literally anything for. Have I gotten annoyed with him? Yes. Who hasn't been annoyed with any friend in their life? I'm sure I've done plenty of things to piss him off. Is he a terrible person? Never in a million years, so I don't know why this is even really being brought.
This is straight up taken out of context. She turns jokes into literal threats against a person, saying that Wonderstruck hated his roommates, hated his friends, practically everything about his life. I mean, sometimes you say insensitive things about a close friend or a family member, saying I wish you die or I hope you get hit by a truck on the way out, but in the end, the people would always make up and continue on as usual. She literally weaponized his jokes against him, saying he is a horrible person and a violent one at that. The Illuminaughtii exposed video is just getting worse and worse as it goes on.
He said he felt alone, depressed, and uncertain of the future, and at that point, I knew I wanted to help him in whatever way I could.
I feel this is very contradictory to say without going into personal details, than to turn around and spread personal details about my views towards life. Again, these were very private things I kept between you. Yes, I suffer from depression. A lot of people do.
These are so hollow. She says she tries to help him, but she starts blasting their convo in front of nearly 1 million people in her video. This type of shit should not be in a video. And to think that Illuminaughtii thought it was a good idea is mind-blowing. She literally only said this to look good in front of everyone and pretending this is usually what she does.
I was extremely uncomfortable with someone making such a large payment towards a vehicle on my behalf, but in Blair's words, she had the money and insisted that I get the car. At roughly 3 a.m., Blair sent me a text stating that I had breached numerous contract violations and that she was in Texas to repossess the vehicle. It goes without saying I was asleep at this time, so obviously I did not see a message that was sent to me at 3 a.m. in the morning. Once I woke up and I saw the messages, I asked Blair for an explanation as to how I breached my contract, to which I was ignored. However, However, Blair stated she would make arrangements for me to obtain my items. This never took place. I took to Twitter where I made a tweet regarding what had just happened, and I was immediately reminded by one of Blair's managers that I could not speak out on the matter, and I was threatened with NDA. If I had to explain the feeling, I felt helpless. Again, I just wanted to do the right thing and do it the way I was asked, and now I wake up and all my belongings are gone. I cannot explain how weak that makes a person feel. What she fails to show in her video is my skateboard, both my Sad Milk and Wonderstruck Guy play buttons, my $800 GoPro set, and a whole list of other items I was prohibited from obtaining, which I found out recently from Oz. These items were subsequently thrown in the trash after.
Illuminaughtii really just tried to make this person dependent on her and tried to manipulate him into working with unfair pay. She literally owns everything that this dude has, and once she gets angry, takes it all away in a flash. This is the most manipulative thing I've ever seen, and to think she tries to paint this good person image to people is fucking disgusting.
Told by someone who represented Blair to back off or they would go after us for harassment. I know this is scripted, but I really want to reiterate here that I felt small. I felt defeated. I had literally left my apartment for this. I lost my independence for this. My belongings, either tech related or just memorabilia, were and are still gone to this day. I didn't want to upload because I knew every time I did, I knew Blair was probably checking my social blade, laughing at me, as I had seen her do to every single former Sad Milk member for months.
Imagine coming home and all of your shit is gone. This feeling that he may have felt during that time might have been soul crushing if you think about it. Thousands of dollars worth of equipment and items down the fucking drain from a person you thought of as a friend.
Way to prove to my friends why I had seemingly high hopes for the future, and in the course of a summer I had almost no money to my name due to Blair's butterfly effect. I was fired. Blair had taken the car as well as my belongings. My life had been set back
to think she did this to him just because of petty revenge, most fucking pathetic thing I've ever seen a human being do. I can't say this enough, but she deserves her downfall. And this time, I'm gonna watch it with popcorn and some tea in hand, because this will be the most entertaining downfall I've ever seen in a while. Well, anyways guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, sub, and comment about this situation. I'd love to hear your opinion about it. If I get anything wrong, please comment about it and we can have a little discussion about it in the comments. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.